Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone going? Hope you've been well recently, and everyone's been having good times during the school break, and yeah, you're doing your favorite activities and having fun with family. Um, Today we will be discussing 10 questions from Han, and yeah, so I've got my coffee ready, and yeah, so we're just gonna go through the questions one by one, and yeah, so we'll start with the first question, which is number one. What is my favorite color? Um, my favorite color would be baby blue. Not only because it represents the Fijian flag, but because it's a beautiful, bright, soft color to the eyes. It's not too dark and it's not too bright. Um, and yeah, I've always liked that color. Um, some call it aqua. Um, but yeah, that's my favorite color. And yeah, so that's my favorite color. Favorite football memory is question number two. Favorite rugby memory. My favorite rugby memory would be playing for West Harbour Pirates. It was a third grade game, and I'll never forget this. So we were defending on our own 22, and we were versing, I think, Southern Districts, and they threw a cutout ball, and I managed to intercept it and run 80 meters to score the try. And without thinking, I decided to attempt a conversion by drop kick. And as I drop kicked the ball, it hit the crossbar and came back and ricocheted off it, and we lost those 2 points. But I did get the team 5 points for the try. But yeah, that was one of my most memorable memories of playing rugby. And yeah, it was a pretty good game, that one. Okay, third question. Best day of the week and why? My favorite day of the week would be Thursdays. Because that's the day I get to weigh in, and I'm currently motivated, and yeah, I've been having some pretty good results over the past few weeks. I haven't been eating much takeaway, so that has really helped a lot. And yeah, the results are showing great wonders and speaking for themselves. I don't need to make any more excuses like I used to. Even though I do battle with a mental health condition, which is currently under treatment. But yeah, things are looking bright, and I do have my down days, don't get me wrong. But I'm a fighter, and I'll fight to the end. And yeah, you can only take positives out of very difficult situations. So the best day of the week for me is Thursday. Not only because it's weighing day on the scales, but it's also footy night. And yeah, that's my favorite day of the week is Thursday, and I get to hang out with my support worker, Han. So, number 4, favorite movie and why? My favorite movie and why? Well, I cannot actually choose one for this question. I'm going to have to name a few because yeah, I like movies. I used to not be able to watch a whole movie, but I'm learning and developing skills to watch a whole movie because of my short attention span. But yeah, my favorite movie, one of them would be Shawshank Redemption with Morgan Freeman. Yeah, that's one of them, but the other one is Escape from Alcatraz, which is where the prisoners escaped, and yeah, they ended up escaping, and it goes through their horrific journey that they had inside, locked up, and that's one of my favorite movies. Another one is The Truman Show, Jim Carrey. That was a good show. The Truman Show. That's very insightful, and yeah, like it kind of relates to the life of a schizophrenic, feeling as though they're paranoid, being watched by some FBI and things like that, and yeah, even though these things do happen, but very rarely it happens, and some people think it's about them, but other than that, it was a tremendous show. I rate it about 4 out of 5. And Elemental. I really liked Elemental. It's a beautiful movie. Wonderful, excellent details of graphics. Beautiful animation, technology, the way it was filmed, and just the end of the story, how there was two people from two different worlds, so to speak, and they ended up together, and yeah, one was made of water, one was made of fire, and that didn't stop the kindling of the flame that these two individuals had for each other. So that was a good movie. And I also enjoyed the first Indiana Jones, the very first one. That was quite a good movie too. So they're my favourite movies. And now we're moving on to question number 5. My favourite food, and if you had only one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? I'd have to say my favourite food to eat for the rest of my life and why. There would have to be 2 foods, and that would have to be corned beef and rice, because I love tin meat, the Islander one from the Pacific grocery store. If I had to eat that for the rest of my life, I could, even though it's not very healthy, but yeah, I love my island food, and I would have to eat tin meat and rice for the rest of my life. Not Spam, don't get me wrong, not Spam. That's a horrible version of tin meat, but yeah, the South Pacific one. would be great. Best book that I have ever read. Best book. I used to read a lot of Harry Potter. I was into that for quite a while. Then Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. No Limits by a guy with no legs and no arms. That was very inspirational. And obviously the Bible. John Eels, one of the great Wallabies. I think he played Locke. That was a great inspirational book that was given to me by my uncle when I was going through a very difficult time. So those are the books that I've read, and the last book I'd like to mention is a book on the end times by Derek Prince, which is phenomenal. It goes through every detail of what is to be expected before the second coming of Jesus, and what the world will go through. And yeah, that's very inspirational as well. And I enjoy the encyclopedias. They're very helpful and insightful. And some books on philosophy. Best thing, number 7. Question number 7. Best thing about having a cat. Alright. So the best thing about having a cat is like you can cuddle them like all day long, and just pat them and like do this to their chin, and they'll like that. They're very independent. They just lie around and sleep most of the time. They're very like peaceful animals if you house train them and potty train them. They're great companions. They brighten up your day, even though they sense if something's wrong with you or something's out of place. And yeah, they're just beautiful animals like to have. And it's good to have 1 or 2 around the house just to keep the rats away. And yeah, they're just they're a privilege to have in life. Very comforting animals, very clean, and very cute. Question number 8. Favorite time of the day or night and why? My favorite time of the day and why is about 3 to 4 p.m. 3 to 4 to 5 p.m. because I get to play my music on my speaker and I blast the bloody thing so loud, and it's a party. Once it's a party, it's a party, and it's gonna be a party. And yeah, I love my sounds loud. Um, I don't know if it's just me or other people, but every time I play a song, I've always got another song in my head ready to go for the next song, the next song, the next song, the next song. Yeah, it's something my brain does, and that's my favorite time of the day is 3 o'clock p.m., 4 p.m., and 5 p.m. And it's also sad because I get to say bye to Han. So that's 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 very sad as well. So, but we get to see each other again. It's okay. And yeah, life can be very fragile. And yeah, so that's my favorite time of the day, and I get to have a snack at that time. Um, and yeah, so that's my favorite time of the day. Question number 9. My favorite activity. Well, my favorite activity, I've got a few, so just give me time to go through them if you're still watching. My favorite activity would be number 1, poetry. Number 2, bowling. Number 3, movies. Number 4, boxing. Number 5, making music. Number 6, vaping. Number 7, assisted cooking with someone guiding me with help and cooperation. And number 7, creative writing. Creative writing and watching movies on the television and reading books. And also you can add in their colouring in. And another activity would be just taking a stroll around the neighbourhood or to the park to observe the environment and get some fresh air in the lungs. Yeah, so also watching some footy and yeah, some sports or yeah, praying to God in my alone time. And yeah, I have to say prayer is very important for my well-being and my destiny, because without prayer there would be no activities. So yeah, I like to thank God for that. And last question, which is number 10. What is your favorite thing about yourself? My favorite thing about myself would be my relationship and intimacy with Jesus. That would have to be my favorite thing that I cherish, would be my intimacy and my relationship with God. Yep, that's got to be number 1. I'll name a few actually, but that is my number 1. I don't care what man says. I don't care what religion or organization or who the guy is or who the woman or girl is. I will never compromise my relationship with God. He's my number one stone. Number two, one of my favorite things about myself is I'm not very fussy. I'm not a very fussy person. I'm very down to earth, and I'm easy to approach and have a coffee or conversation with. Another favorite thing about myself is I don't really fit in. I don't really fit into the normality of what society does. I don't really fit in, which is why I'm just passing through. Another thing is my favorite thing is my love for animals. My other thing is my love for the Bible. My other thing is my love for my neighbors and my friends and even my enemies. I forgive them. I forgive people who have hurt me. I have a forgiving heart. And another thing is, my favorite thing is when I do get motivated, it actually works. That can be one of my favorite things because it's such a good feeling when I've accomplished something, when I'm in such a negative state that I just have so much apathy and disabling feelings that are so dark, but then I get something done that's so small in the eyes of someone that takes things for granted. That is one of my favorite things as well. And my other favorite thing is I'm authentic. I don't copy anyone. I'm myself. I'm original. I'm real. And yeah, I'm an Aussie. That's another favorite thing. And what's that? And yeah, so yeah, I just got a crowd of fans hanging out the door trying to come in, so I better go. Um, so yeah, thanks for tuning in. This is your boy Malakai. Take it easy, enjoy your life, and remember, Jesus loves you, and I love you too. All right, thank you for listening. Thank you. And just before you go, check out my Bob Marley lighter. Yeah. Cheers.